XRP hitting a new all-time high. It only took 7 years, but XRP breaking records, and we are not going to stop anytime soon. A ton of bullish catalysts are all aligning up with President Trump taking office in just 4 short days. In this video, we're going to talk about why XRP's running. Is it going to stop? It's not. And what else we have to look forward to in the upcoming week. But before we get started, welcome back to the channel. My name's Doc. Throughout the day, I'm a resident physician, and at night, I take you on my investing journey. What an awesome night. XRP Army, super strong, showing the strength that they've had this conviction to hold for over 7 years. What a beautiful looking chart here, guys. We can see XRP hitting new all-time high. We're actually going to talk about why it's having a little bit of a pullback. Right now, we're right at about $3.33. And we've been talking about this chart for a couple weeks now, right? We kept hitting this descending line here, keep hitting it, chopped up for a while. We then turned that previous resistance into support, and then guys, it's just been blast off from there. These are the charts that you absolutely want to see and are not uncommon when we're in an absolute bull run. One thing that I want to show you guys here is, because a lot of people are saying, kind of confused, like, hey, why are we pulling back here? We're going to look at XRP on its Bitcoin pair. So that last chart that we were looking at, it was actually XRP on its US dollar. But if we take a weekly view here, I drew this line. Again, this is on XRP on the Bitcoin pair. This is where we were in 2020. We actually hit this same mark. So this is potentially acting as a little bit of a resistance. I think the next leg up is going to be hitting above this trend line. And I actually do think it's going to happen, right? President Trump, he's taking office in 4 days. We're going to talk about a bunch of catalyst guys, right? So stay to the end. We're going to drop some bangers and what I expect XRP is going to do. So not surprised that we hit a little bit of resistance here. I actually called this. I don't want to gloat too much. We're just going to listen to this. It's like a 7-second clip. I called this in my video just a day ago. Super strength. I would not be surprised going into the next week, the Trump inauguration, for us to get over $3. Yes, I think that where it's in the realm. We talked about this a couple days ago. This is not a surprising move to us, right? That's why you guys subscribe to me. I'm trying to get you guys great info as fast as I can. Sam, from my financial friend, good friend of mine, he hit the nail on the head here. The XRP Army is super strong, right? And it shows. It's kind of hard to lie with this chart. Let's just go back to the XRP dollar chart. This is absolute strength. Again, that's on the weekly view, but yeah, we are super bullish. The RSI is a little oversold here, or excuse me, a little overbought, but nonetheless, I think we have some really big bullish catalysts. So okay, why is this running? Why is XRP on an absolute tear? Well, Trump came out and said that in addition to having a Bitcoin strategic reserve, that he's actually thinking about prioritizing coins that were founded in the US, like Solana and XRP, right? And the cool thing here is the charts don't lie, guys. XRP on the day is up 16%, but on the week, how gnarly is this? 44% on the week. And right, your bags are showing it. You know, you're feeling the love throughout the past week of XRP. Solana is also having a good day, right? Solana is kind of the number 2 here, right? Obviously, it's XRP there in the spotlight, and it's their time to shine. Up 15% on the day, but Solana's having a good day too, right? Up 7.5%. And we're going to talk about why I think Solana is really going to run towards the end of the video. So XRP, Solana having really good news because Trump is coming out and saying he's considering more projects than other than just Bitcoin. I would not be surprised if we saw Hedera 19% on the day, absolutely killing it, 35% on the week, Hedera, and XLM, they're having a great day too, right? Because they kind of fit that narrative. And again, we've been talking about this for a while. Not long ago, I made a video on these 3, right? XLM, XRP, and Hedera, right? So course, it's hiding here somewhere. Yeah, we've been talking about XRP kind of for a while now, just because it's absolutely been blown up. And these are the fun videos to make, right? Yeah, it was right here. XRP, XLM, and HBAR blowing up, right? So that was a fun video to make. And guess what? Nothing's changing. These projects are absolutely taking off. So we've also had some really good macro data this week, right? Just yesterday, the CPI data came out, and the CPI inflation, it was in line with expectations, 2.9%. This is the beauty thing right here. Core inflation, and guys, core inflation is the metric that the SEC prefers to look at because it excludes some things. This actually went down, right, month over month. It was expected to be 3.3. It beat expectations. It came in at 3.2. So this is really bullish. We're all worrying about inflation the past couple of weeks, and this report says, hey, maybe this isn't something that we necessarily need to put so much emphasis on because they're kind of overblowing fears. Another big crypto, right? Another big catalyst here is this crypto ball. Guys, this is tomorrow, right? Tomorrow, Friday, January 17th, just 3 days before Trump takes office. And the guest list here, wild. We talked about this a couple days ago. Michael Saylor, Brian Armstrong, Michael Novogratz. I would not be surprised if Brad Garlinghouse, the CEO of Ripple and XRP, are there. Really, really good things. Guys, the other super, super bullish catalyst here is this artigraph by Cointelegraph. Okay, this just came out. SEC under Trump could freeze all of these cases against crypto, right? So XRP, Coinbase, Binance, amongst a ton of others, these cases are probably going to get thrown out, which could be the start of altcoin season, right? A rising tide raises all boats. We want these projects that have been scrutinized by the SEC to blow up like they are, because that helps all of crypto. It's the same thing with Bitcoin, right? We all want Bitcoin to do really well. So I thought this was a great report, a lot of insight. I'll link it down below because I think it's a good read. Okay, yesterday we had a huge day of Bitcoin ETF inflows. $755 million, right? $250 million. And this is important, right? So we're looking at yesterday's data, this big inflow, because we had a couple days of outflow, right? So we pretty much erased all that outflow from the past few days by this one big inflow day. And that just goes to show that institution adoption is good, because when the market's ripping, everybody wants to FOMO in. And that kind of creates this pinwheel or flywheel effect where things really, really start to take off. So guys, we talked about all this really good data that's coming out. There's a reason we're getting a little bit of pullback on Bitcoin. And that's because the initial jobless claims came in today. Now, I will say a lot of this is smoke and mirrors, because the Fed actually goes back and does revisions on their numbers. So you kind of need to take this with a grain of salt. But it was estimated that there would be 210,000 initial jobless claims. It came in a little bit higher at 217,000. So a better way to kind of think of this, maybe the more simplistic point of view, is that more people are filing initial jobless claims than was previously expected. But here's the kicker, guys. We knew this was coming. With all the wildfires in California, they're kind of leading these jobless claims, right? A ton of people, and my heart goes out to the people in California with these wildfires. I used to live in Nevada, right next to California. It really is a sad thing that's happening there. So again, my heart goes out to everybody over there. But it's expected that initial claims actually ticked up a little bit with everything that's going into California. This person said, hey, this is bearish. And Benjamin Cohen responds, claims are still relatively low, right? So historically, this is Into the Cryptoverse, Benjamin Cohen's website. This chart tracks initial claims, okay? So let's just zoom in on the most recent stuff. If we look at this tweet, Ben says claims are still relatively low. And what he means by that is the point of concern is that's great. Benjamin Cohen, get your website rolling. The initial concern is if initial claims gets above 300,000. That's when we can kind of start to panic. we're nowhere near that, right? We're still in the low 200s. So this is not something to be concerned about. Obviously, I'm going to follow it. You guys need to be subscribing to somebody, right? Whether it's me or someone else, information comes out so fast. Make sure you're getting your info from someone. Again, it doesn't even necessarily need to be me, but just make sure you're subscribing to some really good folks who are providing high quality info. That could be on Twitter, that could be on YouTube. You really do need to be up to date when these things start firing. So we looked at initial claims. That's why Bitcoin had a little bit of a pullback today, right? We're kind of testing this channel. Again, this is on the daily chart. We've been testing this channel, right? We got above it. It was kind of a fake breakout. We came back down. This channel ranges between 100K and 90K. And guess what, guys? 100,000, it's a psychological number, right? So we got above it, we hit it, and then we kind of starting to pull back. The reason that we're bouncing back is because folks are realizing, this initial claims is actually not a big cause of concern given all the stuff that we talked about in Florida, in California, excuse me. This yellow line, this is January 20th. We all kind of know what that is. That's when President Trump takes office. Really, really going to be bullish for crypto. Okay, I'm hinting my next video, right? So right now it's January 16th. Guys, in a couple days, we have decisions on Solana ETFs. Guess what? The SEC is no longer going to be controlled by Gary Gensler. He's out on the 20th. These decisions come in, and technically this is incorrect because there is a decision that comes out on the 23rd. So I'm going to be following that, but this would be huge if we got a Solana ETF. And I actually think this would outperform the ETH ETF, right? So Solana's already having a big day, up 7.5%. I'm going to be tracking this. I'm kind of hinting my next video. This is me on Twitter or on YouTube, InvestWithDoc. Consider giving me a like and a follow if you guys got any value out of this. I'm going to leave my BTCC link down below. Guys, you can get a 10% bonus when you deposit, and they have a lot of awesome leverage trading. I'm going to do a video on leverage trading. This is non-KYC. Guys, big things are happening in crypto. Really, we have been waiting for 3 years, and it's kind of been a painful 3 years at that, right? We've gone through the bear market. We got through the FTX debacle. And guess what? We're now in the post-halving years. This is historically when the best returns come in. So buckle up. Let's get through this together, and I will see you guys on my next video.